Imagine a life where you no longer feel like you're constantly treading water, watching helplessly as everyone else surges ahead. A life where you have the power to effortlessly outpace 99% of the population without sacrificing your sanity or values. It's not a fantasy. It's the reality that the ancient philosophy of Stoicism can unlock for you. In this video, we'll dive into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism and uncover practical strategies that can help you leapfrog ahead of the competition without sacrificing your sanity or values. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to leave a comment and hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and allows me to keep bringing you more content like this. Section 1. Mastering the mindset of the Stoics. Imagine a world where you're completely unaffected by the ups and downs of life, where you maintain a steady, unwavering focus on what truly matters. That's the power of the Stoic mindset. In this section, we'll explore the core principles of Stoicism, the dichotomy of control, amor fati, and memento mori. These ancient principles can help you stay calm, focused, and productive, even in the face of chaos. By understanding and applying these timeless teachings, you'll be able to rise above the noise and distractions of the modern world and achieve a level of tranquility and clarity that eludes most people. The dichotomy of control is a fundamental Stoic concept that teaches us to focus our energy on the things we can control and let go of the things we can't. This allows us to avoid needless worry and frustration and instead channel our efforts into productive and meaningful actions. Amor fati, or love of fate, is another key Stoic principle that encourages us to embrace and even love the circumstances we find ourselves in, rather than resisting or resenting them. By adopting this mindset, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience that makes us far less susceptible to the ups and downs of life. Finally, memento mori, or remember that you must die, is a Stoic practice that reminds us of our own mortality. While this may sound morbid, it actually helps us to prioritize what's truly important and live with a greater sense of purpose and urgency. By keeping our own mortality in mind, we can avoid getting bogged down in trivial concerns and stay focused on what really matters. By mastering these core Stoic principles, you'll be able to develop a mindset that sets you apart from the vast majority of people. You'll be able to stay calm, focused, and productive, even in the face of chaos and adversity. And that, my friend, is the secret to getting ahead of 99% of the population. Section 2. Embracing the art of delayed gratification. Have you ever noticed that the most successful people often seem to have an uncanny ability to delay gratification? It's not magic, it's a skill that can be learned. In this section, we'll discuss the importance of delayed gratification and how it relates to long-term success. Delayed gratification is the ability to resist the temptation of immediate pleasure or reward in favor of a greater payoff in the future. This is a crucial skill for anyone who wants to get ahead, as it allows you to make the sacrifices and investments necessary for sustainable growth and achievement. The classic example of this is the marshmallow test, a famous experiment conducted at Stanford University in the 1960s. In this study, young children were given a marshmallow and told that if they could resist eating it for 15 minutes, they would be rewarded with a second marshmallow. The children who were able to delay gratification and wait for the second marshmallow went on to achieve greater academic success and higher SAT scores later in life. Another powerful strategy for cultivating delayed gratification is the 2-minute rule. This simple technique involves committing to spend at least 2 minutes on a task or habit that you know you should do, but often put off. By consistently taking that first small step, you'll find it easier to sustain the momentum and follow through on the full task or habit. Delayed gratification isn't just about resisting immediate temptations, though. It's also about having the discipline to invest in your long-term growth and development, even when the payoff isn't immediate. This might mean spending extra time on skill building, saving and investing your money, or pursuing a passion project that may not yield tangible results for years. By embracing the art of delayed gratification, you'll be able to outpace your peers who are constantly giving in to short-term pleasures and impulses. You'll be building a foundation of self-discipline and long-term thinking that will pay dividends for years to come. And that, my friend, is the key to getting ahead of 99% of the population. Section 3. Harnessing the power of focus. In a world filled with endless distractions, the ability to focus has become a superpower. But what if I told you that you already possess this superpower and it's just waiting to be unleashed? The concept of deep work, as popularized by author Cal Newport, is at the heart of this section. Deep work refers to the ability to engage in focused, uninterrupted concentration on a cognitively demanding task. This type of work is becoming increasingly rare in our modern, hyper-connected world, but it's also the key to outsized results and professional success. When you're able to enter a state of deep focus, you tap into a level of productivity and creativity that simply can't be matched by the constant context switching and shallow work that many people engage in. You'll be able to produce higher quality work in less time and make significant progress on the projects and goals that truly matter. To cultivate this superpower of focus, we'll explore strategies like the Pomodoro technique, which involves working in focused 25-minute intervals followed by short breaks. This simple method helps you maintain concentration and avoid burnout. We'll also discuss the importance of minimizing distractions, both digital and physical, in order to create an environment that's conducive to deep work. One powerful technique for reducing digital distractions is the practice of digital decluttering. This involves systematically removing apps, notifications, and other digital clutter from your devices and online accounts in order to create a more focused and distraction-free digital environment. By taking control of your digital life, you'll be able to reclaim valuable time and mental energy that can be channeled into truly meaningful work. When you combine the power of deep work with a laser-like focus, you'll be able to accomplish more in less time than your peers who are constantly bouncing between tasks and getting pulled in different directions. This is the secret that sets the most successful people apart, and it's a skill that you can cultivate through consistent practice and dedication. Section 4. Optimizing your productivity. Imagine a world where you could consistently accomplish more in less time without burning out. It's not a pipe dream, it's the reality of the Stoics. At the heart of Stoic productivity lies a deep understanding of prioritization and time management. Stoics recognize that we have a finite amount of time and energy, and that it's essential to focus our efforts on the tasks and activities that truly matter. One powerful tool for prioritization is the Eisenhower matrix, which divides tasks into 4 quadrants: urgent and important, not urgent but important, urgent but not important, and not urgent and not important. By focusing your time and energy on the important quadrants, you can ensure that you're making progress on the things that truly move the needle, rather than getting bogged down in busy work or low-impact tasks. Another Stoic-inspired productivity hack is the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This principle states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. By identifying the 20% of your activities that produce the greatest impact, you can double down on those high-leverage tasks and dramatically increase your overall productivity. Of course, prioritization and time management are only half the battle. To truly optimize your productivity, you also need to be able to execute on your priorities with laser-like focus and efficiency. This is where Stoic principles like the dichotomy of control and memento mori come into play, helping you to stay centered and avoid getting pulled in too many directions. By applying these Stoic strategies and techniques, you'll be able to consistently accomplish more in less time, without sacrificing your well-being or sanity. You'll be able to outsmart and outpace your peers who are constantly struggling to keep up with the demands of modern life. And that, my friend, is the key to getting ahead of 99% of the population. Section 5. Cultivating an unshakable resilience. In a world that seems to constantly throw curveballs, the ability to bounce back and keep moving forward is a game changer. But what if I told you that you already have the power to become unstoppable? The Stoics understood the importance of resilience better than anyone. They believed that the key to a life well lived was not the avoidance of adversity, but the ability to navigate it with grace and equanimity. And at the heart of this philosophy is the practice of negative visualization. Negative visualization is the act of deliberately imagining the worst-case scenarios and potential setbacks you might face. While this may sound like a recipe for anxiety, the Stoics saw it as a powerful tool for building resilience. By mentally rehearsing and preparing for the challenges ahead, you can develop a sense of calm and control that allows you to respond effectively rather than being overwhelmed by panic or despair. One of the most famous examples of this principle in action is the Stockdale paradox, named after Admiral James Stockdale, who endured years of brutal captivity and torture as a prisoner of war in Vietnam. Stockdale credited his survival to the ability to confront the brutality of his circumstances, while also maintaining an unshakable belief that he would ultimately prevail. Another Stoic-inspired strategy for cultivating resilience is the serenity prayer, which asks for the wisdom to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the discernment to know the difference. By embodying this mindset, you can learn to let go of the things that are outside of your control, and instead focus your energy on the actions and decisions that are within your power. When you combine the power of negative visualization, the Stockdale paradox, and the serenity prayer, you'll be able to develop an unshakable resilience that sets you apart from the crowd. You'll be able to weather any storm, bounce back from setbacks, and continue making progress towards your goals, even when the going gets tough. And that, my friends, is the secret to getting ahead of 99% of the population. Section 6. Embracing the power of simplicity. In a world that often values excess and complexity, the Stoics offer a refreshing alternative, the power of simplicity. And it's not just about decluttering your physical space, it's about decluttering your mind too. At the heart of the Stoic philosophy is the principle of voluntary simplicity. This idea encourages us to intentionally reduce the number of possessions, activities, and commitments in our lives in order to focus on what truly matters. By embracing this minimalist approach, we can free up mental and physical bandwidth, allowing us to be more productive, focused, and fulfilled. One of the key benefits of voluntary simplicity is the ability to eliminate distractions and unnecessary clutter from our lives. Whether it's the constant pinging of notifications on our devices, the accumulation of physical possessions, or the overwhelming number of tasks and obligations we've taken on, all of this mental and physical clutter can weigh us down and prevent us from reaching our full potential. By consciously paring down our lives to the essentials, we can create a sense of clarity and focus that is difficult to achieve in a world that constantly bombards us with stimuli. This might mean decluttering our living spaces, streamlining our daily routines, or saying no to commitments that don't align with our core values and priorities. Embracing the power of simplicity also extends to our mindset and thought patterns. The Stoics encourage us to let go of the desire for material possessions, status, and external validation, and instead find fulfillment in the present moment and in the cultivation of our own virtues and character. By embodying this Stoic principle of voluntary simplicity, you'll be able to free up the mental and physical resources necessary to truly excel in your chosen endeavors. You'll be able to focus more deeply, work more efficiently, and make meaningful progress towards your goals, while also experiencing a greater sense of inner peace and contentment. And that, my friend, is the key to getting ahead of 99% of the population. Section 7. Putting it all together. You've learned the principles, you've implemented the strategies, but now it's time to take it to the next level. Because when you combine the power of Stoicism with a relentless commitment to self-improvement, the results can be truly extraordinary. Throughout this video, we've explored a range of Stoic principles and practical strategies that can help you get ahead of 99% of the population. From mastering the Stoic mindset to embracing the power of simplicity, each of these elements is a powerful tool in its own right. But the real magic happens when you start to integrate them into a cohesive, daily practice. Imagine starting your day with a brief session of negative visualization, mentally rehearsing how you might handle potential challenges and setbacks. You then move into a focused block of deep work, leveraging the Pomodoro technique to maintain your concentration. Throughout the day, you make a conscious effort to declutter your digital life and minimize distractions, allowing you to stay on top of your priorities. As you navigate the ups and downs of your day, you draw upon the principles of the dichotomy of control and the serenity prayer, letting go of what's outside of your control and redirecting your energy to the things you can influence. And when you're faced with a difficult decision or a temptation to procrastinate, you tap into your ability to delay gratification, knowing that the short-term pain will pay off in long-term gains. By consistently applying these Stoic strategies and principles, you'll gradually start to see a remarkable transformation in your life. You'll become more focused, productive, and resilient, able to weather any storm and continue making progress towards your goals, even when the going gets tough. And here's the best part. This isn't some unattainable ideal reserved for the elite few. This is a path that is open to anyone who is willing to put in the work and cultivate the necessary habits and mindset. All it takes is a genuine commitment to self-improvement and a willingness to embrace the timeless wisdom of the Stoics. So what are you waiting for? Start your Stoic journey today and watch as you leapfrog ahead of the competition, leaving 99% of the population in your wake. I hope you enjoyed the video and found the Stoic principles and strategies we discussed insightful. But you know, even the most resilient Stoics had to face the pain of separation and loss at times. That's why I invite you to watch this video here. In it, we'll explore how the Stoics navigated grief and heartbreak with unparalleled wisdom and grace. Trust me, if you truly want to get ahead of the pack, this is a lesson you can't afford to miss. So click on the video now and let's dive in together.